Hi, welcome back to Flourish Field, and in this video we are going to start the Diamonds in the Sky game. Alright, like I said in the last video, we're going to start with creating the intro. So let's get into it. Alright, so to start, you need to get your Scratch account, log into that account, and then it takes you to the environment, and then you click on Create. Now, Create will take you to a new environment where you can actually design your game and then give instructions, and that's exactly what we are going to do. So the first thing is to give our project a name, Diamonds in the Sky. You can call it anything you want. You can say Crystals in the Sky. That sounds like it. Crystals in the Sky. Alright, and then we take off this and we select a backdrop. So we need to pick something that looks like a sky. Alright, so I'm picking this. And the next one is, remember we're creating an introduction. So we need a button sprite to be there. Alright, so you're going to select button, the button sprite. And we want it to be in this position. And then the next one would be that we need a text. Yeah, we also need a text. So to do that, I'm going to go to Paint, and I'm going to paint the text. In the sky. Alright, so that's the text right there. Alright, you can position it wherever you want. You could even make it bigger, alright, by dragging this part. Alright, and then you position it wherever you want. Alright, so that's good. Now the next thing is instruction. We want to put our instruction below that side. So I'm going to click on that again, and then I'm going to select something. Let me pick like handwriting, and then I'm going to say pick. Oops, sorry about that. Pick 50 crystals in 120 seconds. Alright, so that's the game. So if you cannot pick 50 crystals in 120 seconds, you lose. But if you can, you win. So that's what the game is all about. So we're building our intro, and we want our button to have a start button. So click on that, click on text, and then click on what? Start. Ensure you select white, color white, and then you click on the start button. You type in the start button. All we're still doing is just design. So there's nothing technical for now. Nothing really technical for now. All we're doing is just to design the graphics. Yeah, so start game. You could actually copy this and paste it right there. So we have start game. Now it's looking like our intro. Now the next thing we want to do is to make our text move left, right. Now from what I'm seeing, I think my text is not in the center, and also my button. Alright, so let's check that out. Alright, it's almost there, it's good. Pick 50 crystals in 120 seconds. Now let's try that. So now we want this text to move left, right, left, right. So that's easy also. I think that is where the coding aspect will start. So obviously we want it to move left, right when we click on the flag. So to do that, you pick an event that relates to what we have right there. So you say what? When flag is clicked. Now when flag is clicked, what do we want? We want our text to glide left and glide right. So that's the word. Glide left and glide right. So to do that, you first need to get the position of this. So to get the position, you go to motion, and then automatically this is the position right there. So let's check that out. I click on flag. Okay, let's check that now. Did I pick? Oops, I picked the wrong position. So to pick the position, you click on that and then you select when flag is clicked. So when flag is clicked, you go to motion and then you select, this is it right here. Alright, now let's change that. Let's see. So let's take that away. You can see it's right there. Now let's flip the flag again. Comes back. Oh, that's it. So now this time around, you can now make it glide left and right. So to make it glide left, obviously you want it to be in the forever loops, and then you want it to glide left and right. So you pick the glide function twice, and then according to previous video that I've done, to get the left position, you only need to move. You only need to subtract the x position by a number of, let's say by 10 or by 20, depends on what you want. So right now I'm going to subtract it by 20. So if you subtract minus 11 by minus 20, you are going to get minus 31. So this is going to be 31. So alright, if you subtract the x value, it's moved to the left. I'll repeat that. If you subtract the x value, it's moved to the left. But if you add to the x value, it's moved to the right. So we're going to add 20 to this minus 10. So minus 11 plus 20 will give us what? Plus 10. Alright, so I'm going to put 10 right here. So this would actually make it move left and right because we only change the x position. Now let's check that out. Yeah, that's it. Moving left and right. We change the x position by 20 and then by negative 20 and positive 20. Now it's moving left. Alright, so we've animated our text, but we're not done yet. Alright, let's continue. Now the next thing for us to do now is to beautify our button a bit. We want, we want our buttons to change colors, something attractive, something that looks like click me, so that attracts the user to want to play the game. Now you click on the button, the start button, and let's quickly do that. So to make the color change, there's something you go to looks, and there's something that's called change color effect. Now you could change color effect by 10 and then put it in a forever loop, so it keeps changing that way. Alright, so this should work. Check it out. Yeah, that's it. So our intro is already becoming more fun. I think the next thing for us now to do right now is to make our game start when we click on the start button. Alright, so to make your game start, there's something that I want to explain to you about. It's called broadcast. Now what broadcast would do is it's going to send message from one sprite to another sprite. Alright, so that is exactly what I want to do. So we want it to be that when I click on start, a message will be broadcast to every other sprite that we have started the game. So if we want the text to go off, we are going to transmit that broadcast to the text. Now let me show you what that means. So we are going to start the broadcast by clicking on start. So to do that, I'm going to go to events and say when this sprite is clicked. Now when this sprite is clicked, I want it to broadcast start game, right? So we're going to go to events, also say broadcast. So broadcast what? Start game. Start game. Start game. Now, when we start the game, what do we want? We want this button to disappear. We also want this text to disappear. To do that, we need to catch that transmitted information on whatever sprites that we're coding. So in this case, I want to make this button disappear. So I'm going to catch that same broadcast on the same sprite. Say when I receive start game, I want you to disappear. So to disappear, there's a code for disappear. It says, well, go to loops and say change effect. but we're going to change ghost effect by 100. Now when you change ghost effect by 100, it disappears immediately. Now let's check that out. Click on flag, it's moving. So when I click on button, it goes off. But I really do not like that. There's no graphics. Sorry about that. There's no graphics. It doesn't, it's not what I want. So I wanted to give a kind of a fade away effect. So to do that, I'm going to use the repeat block. So repeat 10. Now don't forget that the value has to be 100 for it to fade. So it's going to be change effect by 10. So 10 times 10 is what? 100. So when you put this inside, and then you click on flag, you click on start now, it fades off. Alright, I don't think you see that. Let's change it to change effect by 5, and then repeat this 20 times. Now this will be more effective. Now let's check that out. So I click on it, it goes off slowly. Alright, so that's it. That's that for the button. Now it's time for us to translate that also to the text. Now, what do you think we're going to do to make the text disappear? Looking at what we did for the button. You can pause the video right now to give a guess. Alright, welcome back. Now, if you said we are going to catch that transmitted information on a different sprite, you're correct. So what we're going to do is we're going to catch that broadcast information. Go to event and say when I receive start. So when this sprite receives start, we want it to disappear. Now don't forget the function for disappear again is just what? Change ghost effect by 5, and then you repeat that effect 20 times. That would make your text disappear. Alright, now let's check that out. Click on start, key is moving, and when I click on the start button, it did not disappear because we repeat change color effect. It's supposed to be change ghost effect. That's my mistake. My bad, I'm sorry about that. So let's go again. Alright, so that's it right there. It's keep moving, and when I click on start, it goes off. Now we want our two sprites to appear. Now to do that, I'm going to stop right now, and I'm going to bring out my sprites. The first one will be the card. This is the card that I want to use, and I want it to be right there. And the second one is the crystal. Where's our crystal? If you do not want to search too much, just type in crystal and then you get it right there. So that's crystal. Now I want my crystal to be red, and then I want my sprite to be here. So what do? You just go to event and say, okay, whenever this flag is clicked, I want this guy to be here. So go to motion, and automatically the position of the sprite will be generated right here. This is x equals to 178 minus 13. 178 minus 13. So that's the position. If you try the same thing also to crystal, so when you try this click, and then you go to motion, so the go to block automatically generates the position of the x of the sprite. As you can see, x is minus 182 and y is minus 15. So that is exactly where it is. So now when we click on the flag now, that's okay. Alright. Now the last thing we want to do in this video before we end this tutorial is we want to translate. We want to be that when I click on flag, I want these two guys to disappear. But when I click on start, I want them to appear. To do that is simple. All you need to do is, okay, after saying when flag is clicked, I want to hide it. So go to hide. I'll hide that. I'll hide this one also. So that when I click on flag now, it goes off. But when I click on start, I want it to appear. So how do I do that? I'm going to use the same event that says when I receive start game on each of them. So now when I receive start game, I want it to show. No, I want it to first show. Yeah, that's the first thing. And I want it to appear. So to appear, you do the opposite of disappear, which is what? Go to looks, scroll down to ghost effect, but this time around to be negative value because you're doing the opposite of ghost effect. And then you put it inside your loop. And let's make this one 10. We want it to come out fast. Alright, now let's check that out. So I click on flag and I click on start. The first one appears because we've only written for the first sprite. Now to repeat the same on the second sprite is simple. All you need to do is to drag the code for appear, just put it inside disappear. Please take note of the shaking effect to drop it right there, and then you have the code right there. So now when you click on flag, it disappears, and when you click on start button, it appears. So now I think that's that for this video. In the next video, we're going to look at how to control the first sprite, the second sprite. The second sprite moves at a random position, and then we improve on this game. I hope you understand this video. I hope it's simple enough. If you think that there's some things that you do not really understand, comment in the comment section below, and I'll be glad to assist you with everything. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment in the comment section below. We all need that. And don't forget to tell your friends about this lovely channel. I'll see you in the next video. Please stay blessed and keep flourishing. Bye.